This is your shoulder kettlebell day. Today we are going through some exercises that can really help build up that shoulder mobility and stability, all with just a simple kettlebell. We're gonna go through a couple different movements. Some of them are gonna be single arm, some are gonna be double arm, but all of them are designed to get you moving at your best and keep you going. We're gonna start off with a couple different kettlebells. I'm gonna go with a heavier one for the first one. We are going to do a halo. So I'm gonna go bell up on this one just to add just a little bit more of that mobility as I am rolling through the back. The bell is gonna go down. That is gonna pull those shoulders back a little bit more as we go up and around the head. So starting off nice and easy, eye level, rolling around, going behind the head, coming back out in front. Really trying to keep that kettlebell right along that same axis of rotation, along that same line. I don't want a big, kind of arcing movement where it's moving around all over the place, but you're really just going kind of there and back again. So going around, coming through, and then going back. Everything should be nice, slow, and controlled, really getting you working through those stabilizers as well as, again, getting that mobility going. Next one that we're gonna go through is going to just be nice, easy shoulder press. So if we're coming in, having that bell on the outside, going up, getting that nice press, really keeping that core engaged, getting to that top position. Same thing, I like having that bell back, little hangout at the top where you can really get a little bit of that extra stretch, getting a little bit more shoulder flexion into a little bit better shoulder position as you go through that pressing. Nice and easy, little hang out the top, make sure everything is nice and engaged. All those movements are gonna be nice and controlled. For these, I don't want any jerky movements. Again, we're talking about stability as well as getting that little bit of mobility. So everything nice, slow, and controlled. Next one we're gonna go through is going to be a little bit lighter. This one's gonna be focused on that stability component, really getting you to the point where you can control that overhead positioning. And even initially, if you're just going through a partial press, it's gonna be bottom up press. So just a little bit up, back down. Really wanna see that bell staying nice and stable. If you can go all the way up, perfect. But even just going through that little range of motion, a lot of times can be hard. That's where we're gonna have that longest lever arm of the elbow, where it's going to get the maximum stability effects is gonna be kind of here to here. Once we start getting up higher, we're gonna start getting stacked. It's a little bit less of a lever arm overall. Should be light with this. Very, very light. So this is 4 kilos, about 9 pounds. That is about right for the pressing, especially because I'm gonna go a little bit more to fatigue, so a little bit higher rep. But you can go a little bit heavier, but don't go too heavy. Once you start getting into the too heavy range, then you start over recruiting everything from pecs, upper traps, lats, to everything else to stabilize those shoulder muscles and shoulder movement, which we don't really want to do. We really want those little rotator cuff muscles to create all of that stability, get you moving and stable. Next one we're gonna go through is going to be the windmill. This is one of my favorite exercises. I think that is the biggest bang for your buck that you can do as far as overall mobility, stability, functional movement patterns, and core work. So taking our kettlebell, we're gonna go nice and wide stance. Really wanna form that nice tripod from here. Nice press. Bell is going to be nice and stacked overhead. From there, we're just gonna hinge at the hip. I want the knees to stay straight. Hips gonna kick out, going down. Nice bell overhead. Really keep it nice and stable as we're going nice, slow, and controlled through those movements. Especially with these single arm movements. You want to get to the point where you can do them on both sides. We want to be too uneven. If you are having more issues on one side than the other, it is okay to do like a 2-to-1 or 3-to-1 where you're doing like 2 sets on the left, 1 on the right. Something like that is okay to try and get you to the point where you're moving at your best. But make sure that you're working on those weaknesses more than the strengths. Last one we're gonna go through is just going to be a partial Turkish get up, or that first part of the Turkish get up. So all we're gonna be doing is just that little rotation. We're just going through arms staying the same, and we're gonna do body on arm movement. It's kind of gonna be the same idea as the windmill, where bottom up kettlebell press, we're moving the arm. With this one, we're gonna be moving the body. Same thing like we were doing with the windmill, where we're moving the body on the arm. That is going to change the stability requirements within the shoulder. So, taking kettlebell, we're gonna go on to our back to start off with. Nice little press up. From here, little rock onto the side, little bit of core engagement. Coming through, rocking back down. So just that partial movement. Really try and keep everything nice and stable overhead. Keep all of those little shoulder muscles engaged. And just going up and down through that little movement. That's gonna be a really good shoulder stability and mobility routine. If you do this just having a kettlebell for your overall shoulder health, you're gonna see massive changes, big differences in your overall everyday life and how you're living if you have those shoulder issues. Hope this video helps. Make sure that you like and subscribe to our YouTube channel so we can keep bringing you videos, keep you living an active and healthy life.